Hi, I'm Jesse Wilkins with South Dakota DE&R, and in this video I'm going to show you how to collect a stream sample. So you can see here I've got my nitrile gloves on and I've got my 3 bottles. I've got the 2 1-liter Nalgene's for my A and B bottle, and I've got the 250 milliliter C bottle here. I already broke the paper seal here, but normally this seal would be attached to both the lid and the bottle to ensure that the bottle is sterile. I'm going to stay a little close to shore to collect the sample. Normally I'd go more in the middle, but I'm just going to do this example right here so the camera can hear me. And we always do our C bottle first, and we do not rinse it. So you take the lid off and break that seal. Put the bottle in the water upside down, get it about a half a foot to a foot under, invert it, let it fill up, and lift it out. Shake off a little bit of the excess, cap it, and that's it. That's your C bottle. Now we're going to do our A and B bottles, our 1-liter Nalgene's. These ones get rinsed. So we face into the current where our boots won't muck any of the sediment up, and get it into our bottle, and we start rinsing. 1, 2, and 3. Now we fill it up. You want to fill it up to the shoulder, so I got a little too much in there, so we just dump a little bit out until it's just up to the shoulder, and then we put the lid on. That's one of them. Now we'll do the other one. Again, we face into the current and triple rinse. I like to do that little flick at the end to get any last water out of the bottle. I don't know if that was 2 or 3, but if you do it one extra time, that's okay. That bottle's rinsed. Now we're going to fill it. Again, just up to the shoulder. And put the lid on. Now we're going to take these bottles up to our pickup, and we're going to preserve our B bottle with 2 milliliters of sulfuric acid, and we're going to put our C bottle and our A bottle in the cooler. So now we're back at our vehicle. We've got our 3 sample bottles. We're going to label our bottles, fill out our data sheets, and preserve the B bottle with sulfuric acid. So step 1 is to fill out our labels, and the most important thing when labeling your bottles is to make sure that you have the right label. And we match up the station on the label with the station on our data sheet, and that's the station that you should have collected that sample at. All 3 of those should be the same. Filling out the label is really easy. The date, time, and our initials are all that's required for a routine sample. So I'm going to fill these out real fast. And these are waterproof labels, so we do not need to tape over the labels. And if you use a fine tip Sharpie, the ink won't come off your labels even if it rubs on the ice and the water in the cooler. That's okay, that's why we use these labels. So here's our A bottle label. It has a little check there next to the box by the letter A. That goes on one of our 1-liter Nalgene's. That's our A bottle. The A bottle is now complete. It's finished. We can put it in our cooler under loose ice. I'm going to take the B bottle label here. That goes on our other 1-liter Nalgene. Tape it on there. We're going to set that aside to preserve with sulfuric acid. And now our C bottle label goes on our 250 milliliter bacteria bottle, a little one. And this sample is also done. This goes in our cooler under loose ice. Now, to preserve our B bottle, we want to be very careful. This is the most dangerous part. I always open my acid bottle last, and I close it first. So we want to use a clean pipette. Get a fresh one out of your bag every time. Very carefully open your acid bottle and set the cap aside and measure out 2 milliliters of sulfuric acid. Very carefully drop that into your bottle. Be aware of which way the wind is blowing. Acid burns hurt, I can tell you from experience. Once you've acidified that sample, dispose of your pipette in a safe place so nobody gets an acid burn. And the first thing, cap that acid bottle and set it aside where it's safe. Cap your sample bottle, invert it a few times to mix the acid into it. The reason we do that is because we want the pH in this water to drop far enough that there's no biological activity that uses up nutrients, because the B bottle is our nutrient sample. Then that B bottle goes in the cooler under loose ice. Then the last thing that we have to do is fill out our data sheet. And just like the labels, the only thing that we need to fill out here for the chemistry sample is the date, the time, and our initials. If you have any YSI measurements or multimeter measurements, you would also mark those down on the sheet. So I'm going to put the date, time, and my initials. And then put your data sheet in a safe place wherever you keep your data sheets until you ship your sample. I keep a folder in my work truck, and that seems to work really well. Then when I'm ready to ship, I put all the data sheets inside the cooler lid in a Ziploc bag. So that was collecting a stream sample. Thank you for watching. I'm Jesse Wilkins with South Dakota DENR.